Hello people, this is PowerRider here with the review of the Ultraman Orb DX Orb Ring. Now this is the, main transformation device for Orb to basically use two Ultras to fuse and to make a form. Now, if you watched Orb, or especially the Origin Saga, the Amazon Prime series, he doesn't actually use this. He actually uses the Orb Caliber, which is the weapon he uses in Orb Origin, his true main form. So, like, even though they said Spacium Zeterion, that's the fusion, but even though they said that one was his main form, it's actually Orb Origin, which I think is pretty interesting. Anyway, not getting into too much detail, here's the box, which I think is pretty neat. Balloon red, yeah. So here's a picture of Ultraman Orb, Spacium Zeterium, using Ultraman and Tiga to fuse. Then here's Burnmite, which uses Taro and Mebius to fuse. And here's the previews of Hurricane Slash and Thunder Buster. Here it says DX Orb Ring, Bandai, the Subaraya official seal. Nice to see that. Two fusion cards, yeah. Here's the side, which says Ultraman Orb Spacium Zeterion, but I pronounce it Spacium Zeterion because I don't know, that's just how I say it. Right has Burnmite, which says Ultraman Orb Burnmite. The bottom just has warnings and stuff. The top has all of Orb's forms. As you can see, Thunderbuster is still just the same picture because he wasn't officially out until September, while Hurricane Slash was out in August, because Orb aired in July. So yeah. Anyways, on the back, it just basically says, put an Ultra card in. Use Ultraman and Tiga to make Spacium Zeterion. Use Taro and Mebius to make Burnmite. Then, if we zoom in, it says use Jack and Zero to form Hurricane Slash. So basically, this is just a preview of, like, the second set, which we'll be looking at later. Now, this one just says there's going to be other Ultra Fusion cards. So, yeah. 3 just says there's Kaiju cards too. This one, I don't remember this guy. But basically it's just saying go buy the vinyls to get the fusion cards. I don't have any right now. Then lastly it says use the fusion cards on the newly I don't know what you call them, but use an Ultra Fusion fight, which is basically Ultraman's version of Gamba Rising, just, you know, you actually get confused. Like, you know, again, you can take Ultraman and Tiga, and you can either have Ultraman and Tiga, or you can actually make Orb. So I think that's pretty cool. And it also has exclusive forms, which we'll probably take a look at later. Requires 3 AAA batteries, and yeah, that's basically it. So let's take him out of the box, quote unquote, take him out of the box and see what's inside. So now we got the contents out of the box. Of course, here's the Orb Ring itself, which I'll probably have to raise the camera for. And the Ultra Fusion cards. Now we're going to take a look at the Orb Ring first. So let's do that. So here's the Orb Ring. It's pretty big. Here it is. And well, what I think, it's a pretty interesting design. Yes, it's still, I guess it's Ultra-esque, because you know, you got this design, I can't really describe it. You got the circle, which is pretty cool because I really like the color, the blue, and it's really sturdy. These flaps are gonna obviously open up. I really love the metallic paint on here. Like, really, just look at that red button. This is like the highlight. This is metallic paint too. I think the red here is too. It's just glossy, so I like that. Sadly, the other side isn't painted, but then again, you don't see the back of it. So the handle, it's actually small. Supposedly this is show accurate, but then I don't remember. I'm too used to him with the Orb caliber, but I can fit my pinky in there. But then, you know, I just had to do this. But yeah. So basically, what you can do with it off is just, you know, the buttons here, so you can press that and these will drop down. Now we'll have a better look at the circle. As you can see, I think it's well hidden, even though it's not really hidden. Like, just really the light parts are, because this is where the LEDs are located, which it's a beautiful light show. And you know, these don't really have anything, these just go down. Yeah, and you can put one up and, like, you know, you can do that fun stuff if you're bored. Yeah, the speakers are located down here, the on and off switch, and the reader, which I'll describe more when we look at the fusion cards, which will be now. Okay, so here are the fusion cards. I don't remember if I stated, but it comes with 4, so Ultraman, Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Taro, and Ultraman Mebius. So let's take a closer look at each of them, and obviously starting with Ultraman, the first one. He's pretty, or not he, but the Ultra Fusion cards are actually pretty interesting because it's actual art, unlike the cyber cards. Not that I'm like, not like I'm against like not like I'm against images. It's just like this art is beautiful, and also like the blue. This one's T001 Element Ultra Hero. I really like the outline of it too. It's just, these cards are really interesting. So, in the back, here are the stats. Here's the circle. As you can see here, there's an outline, because that's where the NFC chip is. That's how these work. So basically, if you're familiar with amiibos, or amiibo cards, or if you collect the Japanese Yokai Watch toys, and gotten the Dream Watch, and like have some Dream Medals, that's how these work. So you can literally put like anything with NFC chip in here, but it won't read, obviously. Ultra Fusion Fight logo, and as you can see in the corner, Ultraman Tiga's up there. Why? Because they fuse. So yeah, these cards are interesting. Now here's Tiga. His is yellow because element. He is T002. As you can see, he's doing the exact same pose as Ultraman, because, you know, they fuse. They're meant for each other, basically, obviously. So his stats, stuff I don't need. He constantly keeps saying, and Ultraman. I just don't know how I'm supposed to describe these cards. There's Ultraman Taro, Fire, T003, stats and stuff. Can fuse with Ultraman Mebius. And here's Ultraman Mebius. I don't know what element this is. I want to say stone, earth, metal. Yeah, I think metal. T004. stats, and fuse Ultraman Taro. Now, basically just like Gombarizing cards, they have a barcode on the top just so they can read in there. But, yeah. I guess, I would do comparisons with cards, but, I'm not prepared. So, let's just continue on. So, let's turn on the Orb Ring by just simply flipping this on. Now, raising this up a bit because it's big. Basically, here's the standby, which will play for 30 seconds, so I'll let it play. No lights. Yeah. So then, just to turn it on, you have to press this. Or when you're open, you close it up. But basically, what you do here, when you don't put in a card, is you can press the button and, you know, see what happens. You can do that again. I'll just show it the button. You can do it as many times as you want. And if you're like, you know, don't want to listen to it, you can close the right one up and cancel it. And I'm just going to turn it off for now, but you can fold this up and, you know, cancel it. So, let's actually start doing the cards. Now, I'm going to show the fusions first, just because I don't want it to be so time consuming. But anyways, here's Ultraman. So, what you do is that you put the card, yeah, okay. So what you do is that you put the card through this. So how exactly is that you have to, like, the instructions say like 2 centimeters away, but really it's just as long as it can read it. So like you can literally, like, you know, do like in the show and do it up here, or you can actually, in fact, it at least has to read this area. So like any way you want, because really, because the NFC chip is, like, you know, all around this, so you can literally put it anywhere. So, well, like what I said, I'm gonna put it in this way, like how it's supposed to. But so, putting it in Ultraman, as you can see, it's a blue light, just like the card. And no, you cannot scan again. It will give you the error sound. So, yes, you can do them individually, but I will show that later. So here's Tiga. Again, just put it in like this. Now, as you can see, the light from Ultraman's still there, but now it has the yellow light from Tiga. And no, you cannot put in a third card, because this form doesn't allow it. There are combinations you can do that are more than 2, which I'll show later. But basically, when this is done, you press the button here, and fusion up. So it was literally just the same thing as when you press the button, but then it actually says like fusion up and announces the form. So now the light is actually purple, so if we press it again, you'll get an attack. Oops, okay, I have to redo it. Okay, so I got everything settled. But yeah, so again, you just press the button and it'll do an attack. And you can do it again. Then, yeah. And if you want to be done, just again hold that up. Now, do Burn Might, put an Ultra and Taro. Abuse. Push the button. Again, just like Space Dance Terran, press the button to do the finisher, or yeah. Close it up, just to prove that it can only be this one. Now, like what I said before, you don't have to do these fusions, like I'm gonna show. So, let's just do Ultraman, Taro, now like what I said before, most of them are really specific for two of them, but then for this case, you can do one more. Like what I said before, you can do one more. This is because of a future combination, but I'm going to do all three of them at once because just for time, but you know. So we'll just do a blue light and just say like, you know, whichever Ultraman you put in. So it's just basically the generic one, but it still basically acts like the individual ones, which is why I put them together. And to show off the individual ones, I'll use Tiga because he can't be used with these three. So Tiga. So it won't have half it, and you know, press the button. So that's basically how the individual ones will work. It won't have the announcer saying like fusion up and like announcing the Ultraman. And that's basically it. Now, do I recommend this? Well, yes, I highly do. But I will just say this. If you have the X divisor, um, you're gonna probably obviously tell some sound or just tell some recycled sounds. Cause what I realized is that basically this is literally just the X divisor, just with cards and no spark dolls. I'm not complaining. It's just like if you have the X divisor, it's basically the same thing, just has a bit more. But then I'm gonna be honest. I think the Orb Ring's more fun than the X divisor because you can actually like basically be the Ultraman instead of the X divisor. It's just basically a simulation. But yeah, even though it's bigger, uh, I think it's fun because like just the ability of like just being able to like fuse. That's like the basically the fun part of it. Like you can like do Ultraman and Tiga, Ultraman and Taro, Ultraman Mebius, Tiga, Taro, Tiga, Mebius, Taro, Mebius, Taro, Ultraman, Taro, Tiga, and Mebius, Ultraman, Mebius, Tiga, Mebius, and Taro. You can do all kinds of stuff. And especially with the packs, you can do way more. Which is what I really like. Now, because it's March, as I'm recording this, I'm probably going to put this up like in late April, but because it's March, or because it's way later than Orb is, because Orb is not running anymore. But then in April, he's technically going to come back and do an Ultra Orb fight. So I guess that's a plus. But basically, because this is like the Orb Ring isn't really around anymore because the show's done running and such, it's going to be really hard to find this. Now, got this off of HLJ on a sale. Well, not as cheap as like the Churaho, but still, I think I got it for a good price. Now, if you really want the promo Ultraman card, you probably have to pay some decent price for it. I see it go for 45, but then I'll probably just say go get it at least for like 20. I don't know, but if you like really want the promo card that bad, then I'll say go hunt for it. But I'll just say these four cards are good enough for me, and my gosh, when we get to the packs, there's way more fun sounds in here. Like it's literally it's not just fusions, like of each other. It's actually like actual forms from the show. So I'll probably explain more in my pack review, but yeah, that's basically all I have with the Orb Ring. I think it's an excellent toy. It's really fun to play with, and you can have a kick out of it. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye bye.